Vincent Haler will present their speech entitled, "We Chose Not to Title This Speech."
Woo, Huntress!
Go Hunter!
First and foremost, we would like to say welcome to everyone here today, staff, family, and graduates. Congratulations to the class of 2016. We've made it. On behalf of all of our fellow graduates, we would like to say thank you to our friends and family for supporting us through all of high school's challenges and for helping us reach this day of celebration and goodbyes.
I'd like to thank Mr. Odell for the talk he gave me a couple days ago, because some of this speech is enmeshed with the ideas and questions he raised to me then. I'd also like to thank all the girls here for being sufficiently covered up with your graduation gowns, because the school administration knows that otherwise I wouldn't be able to focus on giving this speech. We realize that a lot of you may not really want to be listening to us. We apologize. We'll try to make this as fun as possible, but feel free to simmer in the heat. Hey, it's not as bad as it was last year. We just implore you not to hold little side conversations with each other, so that those of you who do want to listen to us have the opportunity to do so.
Okay guys, let's take a step back. Step back from this moment and step back from everything you are currently thinking and feeling, whether that be excitement, boredom, or just plain sweaty. I'm going to ask you to think about all the choices you made today. You probably chose how to style your hair, and you probably chose what you would wear under those graduation gowns, with a little bit of input from administration, of course. In addition to those obvious choices, you probably made a million little decisions today that you didn't even think twice about. For example, you chose which side to get out of bed this morning, and you chose to brush your teeth, hopefully. Your entire day has consisted of choices, whether you realized it or not. Now, let's go back in time to when you were an infant. You couldn't choose anything. You couldn't choose what to wear, or what to eat, or what to say, because you couldn't walk or talk. My point is, there's been an evolution, a development, that you are not even conscious of. As we got older, the choices we were allowed to make became both more numerous and more important. In the beginning, as toddlers, we chose our outfits for the first time, which was evident in the mismatching socks, shoes on the wrong feet, and shirts buttoned wrong. Later, we were allowed to choose what we'd eat in the middle school cafeteria, which almost always ended in a disgusting bowl of ketchup, milk, and who knows what else in the middle of the table. Although our choices did grow gradually in number and importance as we aged, the decisions that we made when we were younger are nothing in comparison to the choices we have recently made and the choices we face now. The last few months have been filled with decisions about what the future will hold for us. Decisions that hold more magnitude in the direction of our futures and the people we will become than we have ever previously made. Whether our choices over the last couple months place us on the path towards the military, college, or the workplace, they belong to us and us alone. That is what is so significant about graduating from high school. We now have the liberty to make choices about who we want to become, and we have earned the right to make those choices for ourselves. After today, we will be faced with many, many life-altering decisions. This may seem scary, but it is important to remember that choices are just like everything else. They require practice. When we were toddlers, we eventually figured out which shoes went on which feet and how to own the elusive zipper. As middle schoolers, well, most of us, eventually tired of making disgusting mixtures of whatever we could find in the cafeteria. My point is, we will eventually get it right. The choices that lie ahead of us may seem daunting now, but we will figure out what makes us happy and run with it. Because, in the end, all that really matters is that we are truly and consistently happy.
Ooh, it's my turn. So, All of you have the potential to be successful. You may not realize it right now, may not believe me, but you do. The thing is, our society, our media, all of it defines success pretty narrowly. A lot of us think of success as having money, as power, as having a trophy husband or wife. But do these things really mean success? Let's instead call these things classical success. You may not agree with me, but don't worry. Just maybe withhold judgment until the end of my speech. True success, at least to me, is fulfillment. It's happiness. It's having the ability to follow your passions. Sure, money is important. Of course it's important. Without it, you'd probably starve or freeze and die. Everyone has obligations they need to meet. Obligations to their spouses, to their children, to their aging parents. But money and power are not the most important things. They don't have to define you. When we meet for our 10-year reunion, not all of us will be successful in the classical way of thinking. That's just not how society works, because that'd be communism. But if we all follow our passions, if we all take risks, and take advantage of all the opportunities life throws at us, we can all be challenged. We can all be fulfilled. We can all make something of our lives. And that's what really matters, isn't it? Please realize that I'm not trying to dissuade you from achieving classical success. Again, that's important in many ways, and is something we should all strive for. I'm simply saying that it doesn't have to be as important as everyone makes it out to be. That you, and you alone, choose its relative importance for yourself. After all, ask yourself this: are you really successful if, despite making, 200 or 300 grand a year, you live the same life every day, day after day, month after month, year after year? The monotony only broken by the occasional holiday with a family that almost never sees you. And all for what? To eventually retire and live a couple more years until you die? No. We're better than this. I know we are. We're Oakmont High School's graduating class of 2016. So here's my advice, shortened a bit. Do what's right for you, but also do what's right for others in your life. Also do what challenges you, makes you grow. Also do what eventually helps society so that someone else can do amazing things in the future. Finding the intersection of all of these things can be difficult. It can be daunting, but it is also rewarding. I'm not telling you how to set your priorities. That is your choice and your choice alone. But finding a balance, finding the intersection of all of these things, finding what suits you, that, as well as, of course, 42, is the answer to life, the universe, and everything. That is true success.
Finally, we would like to say thank you to everyone here today. You all, even though we may not like to admit it, have made a huge impact on who the individuals in this graduating class have become. And I think that we're pretty great. Congratulations again, class of 2016.
We're out of here.